Hi guys! Welcome to the first video in my Halloween trilogy videos that will be coming out in the next 3 days. So there's one today, which is the 29th, and then there's one on the 30th and another one on the 31st, which is of course Halloween. So today I'm going to be making some mummy cupcakes. So I made these about 2 years ago for Halloween, and they're really simple to make, really easy, and they look super cool as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do them, and then tomorrow will be a DIY Halloween decoration video, and then on the 31st will be my Halloween makeup costumey kind of video. So hopefully you will enjoy the next 3 days. I don't think I've ever uploaded consecutively like this, so this is a first for me. If you would like to give this a go, I would love it if you could take some pictures and then either tweet them to me or you can whack them on Instagram and tag me in them. I am at LilacGhosts1990 on Instagram, and then the same on Twitter as well, but all of my thingy majiggies are down below in the description. So if you want to tag me in any of your mummy cupcake pictures, then you can do that by doing all the information down below. It's all down there, I promise. So let's get baking. So first of all, you will need some ingredients, and it's 290 grams of butter, that's for the mixture and for the icing, 150 grams of caster sugar, 175 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1, 2, 3 eggs, some rollable white icing, some black writing icing or some black food dye if you don't have writing icing, and also 280 grams of icing sugar. We're going to set our ovens to 180 degrees. If you've got a relatively hot oven, maybe turn it down a little bit. Then get a muffin tray and place your chosen cupcake cases inside the little muffin holes. I've got some really cool purple Halloween ones that I got from Asda. Then grab yourself a nice clean bowl, probably like a medium size, don't want it too big, and start putting all your weighed out ingredients into the bowl. We're going to basically smoosh everything together. We're not going to do anything special, we're not going to sieve nothing, just going to whack it all in a bowl, and then we're going to give it a good mix with a hand whisk. Grab your electric hand whisk. Electric hand whisk is a lot easier to use than a normal manual hand whisk. We're going to whisk the mixture until it is relatively smooth. We don't want any lumps in it. Then you want to get a tablespoon and start spooning in your mixture into all of the cupcake cases, trying to make sure that they're all relatively even. I always get to the last one and have to scrape the bowl a bit, as you can see. Then whack your cupcakes into the oven. And set your timer to 15 minutes. I've found that 15 minutes is pretty much the best time to put these cupcakes on for, especially in my oven. It might be different in yours. But then after you've chilled out for about 15 minutes, grab your oven gloves and get your lovely fluffy cupcakes out of the oven. They look a little bit like mountains. To check that they're done, just give them a quick press on the top, and if they spring back, they are done. But if you do not trust the spring back option, you can always poke them with a stick, cocktail stick, whatever you've got, and make sure it comes out clean. Because we want a flat cake surface to put our mummies on, you want to cut off any peaks that you have. So I'm just turning my mountains into non-mountains. And then to reward yourself for all of your hard work, you can eat the bits that you have taken off. I like to do this in secret when no one is around, because then no one can judge you. But you can't tell anyone. Slowly back away from the cakes. Then grab a nice fresh clean bowl to start making your buttercream icing in. So you want to put 140 grams of butter into the clean bowl and start adding in your 280 grams of icing sugar. I like to do this in stages just because if you start electric whisking icing sugar, it tends to make a relatively large mess. So if I do it in stages, it decreases the amount I have to clean up afterwards. Keep adding your icing sugar in bit by bit. If you don't mind a bit of mess, go all out. And then add a tablespoon of milk just to make the mixture a little bit more wet. Add in the last of your icing sugar and then add 1 more tablespoon of milk. You don't want to put any more than 2 tablespoons of milk in, otherwise the mixture will be way too wet and you want it to be spreadable, not runny. As you can see, I still made a mess with the icing sugar. There's no clean way to do it, it's impossible. So as you can see, this is like a really soft, sort of margarine-y type texture. It's not really runny, but it's thick enough to spread because we want to spread it. And then I'm going to grab a knife and then just spread that onto the top of my flat cupcakes. It really doesn't matter about being neat with your buttercream because this is just going to be like the glue for the rollable icing that you're going to be putting on. So it doesn't need to be neat because it's going to be covered anyway, so you're not even going to see it. Then you want to grab your rollable white icing, that's quite hard to say, and just cut off a little bit. This is the bit we're going to use to make the eyeballs for your mummies. If you are going to be using black food dye, then this is the stage where you want to dye just a small amount of icing just to make your pupils for your eyes. So I'm going to roll up tiny white balls of icing, flatten them out a little bit so they're eye-shaped, and then stick them on to the buttercream icing. The reason we're doing the eyes first is because we want the eyes to sort of poke out underneath the bandages, which we're going to be doing in a second. I'm going to be doing the pupils the easy way and using some black writing icing, and you just want to put a blob of black on each of your white eyeballs. Then we're going to start making the bandages. So it's up to you how much icing you want to do at a time. I like to do a little bit because I have more control, and then you want to just cut strips of the white icing and just stick them onto your buttercream. I like to make my strips sort of a little bit messy, different types of whips and stuff, because I think it just looks a bit better because mummies aren't perfect. And you just want to make sure that all of your buttercream icing is completely covered, and then grab your knife and cut off any sort of excess icing that's hanging over your cupcake cases. And there we go, you have made 12 lovely looking mummy cupcakes, very spooky and very easy and cool to make for Halloween. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe as well, and remember to join me tomorrow for part 2 of my Halloween trilogy, where we'll be making some DIY Halloween decorations. So I'll see you then. Bye! Hello! Today I'm going to be doing the I Love Autumn tag, which was made up by Helen Melon Lady, who is one of my favourite YouTubers here on YouTube, and I didn't really have a video planned for today because I've been busy with my Halloween trilogy, which I'll explain more about.